This is a video on problem solving and or problem-based learning. Life is a series of problems to be solved. All these are different types of problems. As a matter of fact, Howard Gardner defines intelligence as the ability to solve problems or create products which are of value. Big point, we can improve students' ability to solve problems. So let's look at problem-based learning. What it is inserting problems into, around the curriculum, or building the curriculum around problems. Teaching math, reading, science, social studies, whatever, around specific problems. Understand the principle, you'll be able to apply it to your particular situation. Learning problem solving enhances learning because it asks students to manipulate the information at higher levels, and it gives them practice solving problems. We want students to be better problem solvers in their personal and professional life. Well, if we want that, two things: we need to teach them how explicitly, and we need to give them practice. Problem-based learning is one such way. The problems that we include in a problem-based learning curriculum to the greatest extent possible should be real problems. We'll call them ill-structured problems, taken from students' lives or experience to the greatest extent possible. Let me explain. First of all, a definition. A problem is an incongruity between the real and the ideal, between the present condition, product, or performance, and the desired. Here is my present golf game. Here is my desired golf game. There's a problem there. So problem solving is simply moving from the real to the desired. As Bob takes care of this monster under the bed problem once and for all, problem solving. Two types of problems: well-structured and ill-structured problems. Well-structured problems are easily defined. All the information you need to solve it is provided. It has a single answer, but it's not like real life, and there's not a lot of motivation to solve it. This is the eastbound train meets the westbound train type of problem that you grew up with. Funny joke? Ha 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 ha. All right, this is a well-structured problem. Some of you will love to do this, some of you not. Stop the screen, go ahead and answer this. Okay, you're back. We can improve students' ability to solve these types of problems by teaching them the process explicitly. And we call this a thinking frame. It has the cognitive process broken down into steps. We teach them explicitly, and we can improve students' ability to solve those types of problems. And if you're preparing students for a test, that's probably a good thing. That's the answer, by the way. Same thing, stop the computer now. Okay, again, the thinking frame, that process you use to solve it, and that is the answer. One more. Other examples of well-structured problems, you see, and the problem with these types of problems, they don't match real life. Real life contains ill-structured problem. Not all the information is present. There's a lot of solutions or possibilities or ways to solve the problems, and often the problem has to be redefined. Real life problems aren't as neat and tidy as eastbound and westbound trains. Examples of ill-structured problems. Teaching is one big problem-solving activity. Here's the kind of problems that we face every day. How can I teach this concept? How can I make it more interesting? How can I create student-centered learning experience? best way to assess? How can I create the situations where my students want to learn? How can I incorporate this new strategy into my classroom? Problem solving. Problem-based learning, again, is inserting real-life problems, real-life ill-structured problems into all curricular areas. And I'll be showing you how to do this in another video. One important step of problem solving is sometimes you have to redefine the problem in order to solve it. How can we get tough on criminals and reduce crime? What types of personal growth and empowerment programs, education, employment, economic opportunities can we develop so people are less inclined to commit crime? How can we get the school board to allocate resources in order to provide more services for less able students? How can teachers differentiate classroom curriculum so that they meet the needs of highly creative and gifted students, as well as less able students? How can I get the students in my 7th hour social studies to be quiet and behave? What can I do to create social studies that is interesting and relevant so that students will want to be engaged and participate? Examples of ill-structured real-life problems. And this is the end of the overview